What is up, guys? Clinter here, and if you saw the reveals, you know just how hype this is. I was leaning towards Cell, but man, I am here for an Ultra Super Saiyan 2 Gohan right now. So as you can see, his kit is on the site, and let's get right into it. So Ultra Super Saiyan 2 Gohan Youth joins the fight with incredible offensive abilities. Strength 1, counter using the unique gauge, so he does have one, and special move arts. Consume the unique gauge to activate a counter against your enemy's strike arts and most forward charging and other special move and special arts. That sounds busted already. Incredible staying power, plus amazing offensive abilities when Gohan is the last member standing. Endurance effect. There are two defeated battle members nullify your enemy's endurance, get a boost to arts card draw speed, and more. Alright, he's already sounding great. He is green, that's interesting. Of course, it's perfectly fine. You can run him with Beast without an issue. Of course, he has Sun Fam, Hybrid Saiyan, Super Saiyan 2, and Cell Saga-Z. Alright, main ability, draw the ultimate arts card, Soaring Dragon Celestial Wave next. Restores own health by 30% and ki by 60. Okay, that's quite high. Restores unique gauge by 50%. Okay, he also seals the enemy's Rising Rush for 10 timer counts. You'll love to see that. It can be incredibly useful. He also seals main ability for 10 timer counts as well. Really powerful looking main ability there. Alright, his Z ability, when maxed out, it's 5% special move damage to Hybrid Saiyans, 42% to strike and blast defense. Okay, fairly defensive on the Z ability. Ultra ability, I'm guessing Hybrid Saiyan. Yeah, it's Hybrid Saiyans. Oof, very strong. He gets 15% damage inflicted on his strike, and yeah, although not an effect on blast attacks, generally Gohan possesses a blast arts card that will nullify your enemy's blast armor. That is crazy. They finally countered a counter mechanic. I mean, for the millionth time, but this one hasn't. It's been in the game for so long without being touched, and blast armor is finally gone essentially against this guy. Plus 15% to blast damage inflicted damage inflicted as well on blast. Alright, special move. While in fighting pose, counter your enemy arts card. Okay, interesting. Massive impact damage, applies the following effects to self upon activation, which is 50% special move damage. Okay, that's quite high. And 20% cut pen. Okay, rare to see that on a special move, especially when the unit has an ultimate. So counter will activate upon enemy arts attacks while in fighting pose, excluding certain moves. Applies the following effects to self when counter activates. Randomly draws one new card, restores ki by 50, and cancels attribute downgrades and abnormal conditions. Very, very powerful. Of course, we'll only get an idea how exactly the counter works when we see him in game, but this has the potential to be really, really powerful. Special. Applies the following effects to self upon activation, randomly draws one new card, restores ki by 50, 25% damage inflicted. Okay, not too crazy there. Oh my god, this is an AoE. Oh no. Of course, Gohan deserves an AoE. Alright, that's fair. Following effects occur on hit, cancels on attribute downgrades and abnormal conditions, inflict all enemy with 3 subcounts, and he can combo it with anything. Oh man, this AoE meta. Okay, alright, he's looking insane. Ultimate. Supreme Impact, applies the following on activation, 50% ultimate damage. Alright, nullifies endurance effects, that's fine. Also nullifies unfavorable element factors if there are 2 defeated battle members. Okay. Alright, applies the following effects to enemy on hit, destroys all cards, reduces ki by 100, and nullifies blast arts when charging forward. Wow, okay. Yeah, that's crazy. A lot of damage, and he can go type neutral as the old Father-Son Kamehameha did as well. Very powerful. Let's get into the meat of things. Following effects itself when battle starts. 170% damage inflicted. Okay, we're just doing this now. Reduces damage received by 70%, standard, 40% ki recovery, and 1 level of card draw. Following effects when the character enters the battlefield, randomly draws 1 new card, restores ki, create another 50% damage inflicted. So he's already at 220%. Minus 5 to arts costs. Okay, so he has a lot of combo continuation right there. Also applies the following effects if there are 2 defeated battle members. Oh my god, he just draws another ultimate. Okay. Alright, sir. So he's looking insane as a last man standing. Another plus 70% damage inflicted. That's 290. Crazy. Okay, and he gets another level of card draw for 20 timer counts, restores gauge by 100%, and nullifies. He gets permanent endurance null. Yeah, this guy's silly. As with most crazy main Gohan releases, he's just silly. Alright, applies the following effects itself every time the character uses strike blast arts. Restores gauge by 20%. Could you have given that to Super Vegeta? Oh my god. And he gets the easy cover null for 5 timer counts, just like with Ultra Super Janemba. Applies buff effects, nullifies destroy effects as well for 5 timer counts, so it's even better. And it resets on swap, of course. That is crazy, dude. He gets that, and he gets the gauge on every strike or blast arts. Whew. Applies the following effects itself upon landing a strike or blast arts. Randomly draws 1 new card, restores ki. The amount of combo continuation this guy has. You can just hop into him and then you get a bunch of cards and cover null and anti-card destroy. Okay, man. Applies the following effects itself when performs a vanishing step based on the number of defeated battle members. Okay, nullifies unfavorable element factors for damage sustained, 10 timer counts. Activation count resets after switch, and then 2 battle members, restores vanishing gauge by 70%, activates once. Alright, so this is an interesting ability, but I do see utility for it. Again, just helps him be a much more potent last man standing, and that gauge can be as annoying as Beast getting his gauge again. Alright, on to the second page of abilities. He has a cover change against strikes. Alright, let's just go here. Reduces impact damage received by 15% and endurance. He recovers 40%, which is very good. He's not only going to be doing all that in terms of his offense, but also he's going to be a tank too with endurance. Crazy stuff, man. What did we expect when we saw him? The budget on the animation budget they spent on the tiers alone was insane. Okay. He has the strike cover, which you can combo with the special move arts. While this, but okay, all right, that's fine. And while this character is in one of the following states, if own unique gauge is at 30% or more, he consumes the entire unique gauge to counter enemy strike arts and most forward charging and other special move and special arts. Activate 3 times. Okay. Yeah, so this is like Ultra Super Janemba again, I believe. The same gauge, I think. Yeah, and you can combo it with a special move or a ultimate move arts. Following effects also occur when counter activates, restores own ki by 50, cancels own attribute downgrades and abnormal conditions, shortens ally sub counts, and destroy all your enemy cards. So they can't even do anything when you get that counter off. And finally, the following effects occur every time when hit with an enemy arts while this character is on the battlefield. Own health by 10%, reduces enemy ki, and the activation count resets. Wow. So he can heal up to 20% before your allies are defeated, and then another 20% after. So much sustain with the increased reduction on the impact damage, the endurance, this healing. He's probably going to be type neutral as well at that point. Yeah, this guy is looking busted. One thing that you should note is I don't see a cancellation of enemy buff effects on Rush. So although he does have endurance, you probably need to run him with some other units that cancel buffs before eating a Rush with him, for example. So that is something to pay attention to. Yeah. This guy looks insane, just absolutely busted, especially his offensive prowess looks the most impressive. Defensively, he has some utility, but he's going to be doing a lot of damage, having easy access to cover null, anti-card destroy, more cards, more ki, more card draw speed. Okay, well, yeah, I'll see you guys when he drops, and stay tuned for his showcases. It's gonna be fairly silly. And yeah, Gohan Ball Legends all over again. Peace.